things that I like got eight bags of.
Okay. So, do we have everyone here?
Because I love them.
Do we have everyone here?
Yeah.
Okay, so,
Oh wait, no, not Luke.
where is Luke?
Taking his second EOC maybe?
Okay, so Luke's gone for the EOC thing. Okay, who's our, summarizer?
Oh, I was, yeah.
You were? I guess you have to say your name. Or, actually, I'm gonna just hand this to you so that...
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. So, we were supposed to read to page 108, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm Dayton Boot. I read like way past that, so I'm just gonna try to remember what happened from the.
I'm like one chapter past it. So.
Yeah.
I'm behind.
I'm like 4 chapters past.
I'm catching up.
The end of the chapter is, it's like right before they try to escape.
Okay. Yeah.
So
it started out with, it started out with Shin being moved to the sewing factory, where he became the machinist or the machine worker, and then he worked that job. And there's a few incidents, like the incident where the guy was beating the girl and Shin grabbed the wrench and hit him in the head with it. But he was being a snitch on everybody, as everybody was being a snitch to everybody else. And then they had a new guy come in who wasn't born in the camp. He was kind of a North Korean defector. Parks, who was a higher up, and they wanted him to become his friend and snitch on him so that they could punish Parks. But Parks told Shin of stories outside the gate, giving Shin the idea of like what actually happens around the world, or just like outside the gate. And instead of snitching on him, he became more friends with Park and got the idea to escape. And then towards the end, they finally were going to put their plan into action, and then that's where the chapter ended. Is there anything I left out of there?
he lost part of his finger, his middle finger.
Oh, that's right. He dropped the machine and got his middle finger cut off because he broke the machine past repair.
I think that's about it.
That's good, yeah. Yeah, they cut his middle finger.
Yeah, like the top knuckle up here. They cut that off.
Who's hard?
Oh, down there. Oh, I thought this much off.
I thought they cut like that much.
I thought like this was the first one.
I would rather have the whole thing cut off than just part of it.
My cousin has like 3 fingers cut off.
That's not good.
My friend on his left hand only has the thinking front.
So
what's the next one?
the next one would be the discussion director. Who are you? The discussion director, Nate?
No, I'm that.
Who's the discussion director?
Discussion. Chris.
I would have position. I was absent on like Thursday and Friday.
Oh, I think we assigned it to him, didn't we?
I guess. So.
Or was it Luke?
It was on the list. Chris was on the list.
So what were you, Nate? Were you connected?
Last time I was luminary, so Annabelle decided to be illustrator since we had the same goal for a while.
No, I'm
You're an illustrator.
You're a connector?
I mean, being connector is a pretty easy part. You just have to say like, from what you read, what does it remind you of?
Like a movie?
Yeah.
I mean, we could probably just do like discussion director. We can just discuss the book, just among us.
So discussion director is just asking questions, right?
Yeah, that's all it is.
Okay. So yeah, I guess we can all do that.
So yeah, if someone has a question idea, just pass it around.
Question idea.
What would be a good question?
What?
Trying to think. I didn't plan for this, so.
No one did.
Yeah.
Simplify.
Simplify. Okay.
Yeah, simplify.
Yeah. He already stole like the clothes and stuff right before where we ended.
Possibly.
Possibly.
I'm pretty sure everybody read past that part though, except for Chris.
Not me.
Yeah. I think.
Why do you think he got so attached to Parks after a certain amount of time?
And
What did you get?
you are Annabelle.
Yes, I am Annabelle.
Okay.
I'm the only girl in the group.
Okay.
So, I mean, Nate's voice is pretty high pitched too.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like. Well, I'm Seth. I feel like Shin just got. I mean, Shin already had the idea of like the outside world because of Uncle and stuff. It's just like having someone to tell him what it's really like and what really is out there besides the prison that he was actually in. They even say in the book how after a certain amount of time he stops thinking of Camp 14 as home and they start thinking of it as his prison. I just feel like Parks just gave him hope, and that's why he kind of clung to him so much, in a way. Do you guys have anything?
Probably.
Well, yeah. What was I gonna say?
Dayton?
Yes, I'm Dayton. It's not just that. It was just kind of like he'd always just been kind of in that like zombie mentality where it's just survive.
Yeah.
And to finally have somebody who's not trying to snitch on them and that actually trust him kind of gives them that mentality of like that friendship or like that family member that like he hasn't really not even experienced with his own family in the camp.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Shin even calls towards the end before they try to escape. Yeah, he calls like all of the people that he was working with just cows. It's like they're just going along with the herd and just going with it. I have a question. Do you think it's possible? I think I've already asked this before, but I think it's a little bit more relevant now. Do you think it's possible for like a friendship to be built in the camp just from people that are like born there and raised there? Because the only reason they were able to make a friendship was because Parks was from like out of the camp, and I don't know.
Well, my idea is, I'm Nate. My idea is that, like, it's not real friendship. It's just like, since they're always snitching on each other, it's not true friendship. It's just like
Companionship.
survive or be killed.
Yeah.
Kill or be killed.
What the friendship is between Park and Shin.
I feel Annabelle.
You feel Annabelle? Okay.
I feel like a friendship can't be made inside the camp if you're both raised there, just because you both feel as if like no one can be trusted, and so you both can't be like, oh, let's both stop being snitches and become allies because you're both raised on, okay, we are both from here, we both know what we're doing.
Yeah.
And just you just can't really make a friendship inside the camp.
Seth, even in the so weird having to say your name. Even in the book towards the end, whenever Shin wants to talk to Parks about his escape plan, he's like very worried about it, and he feels that Parks is gonna snitch on him, even though Parks would have no reason to, and he's like he hasn't grown up in that environment. And yeah.
It's because the reason why he feels like he's gonna snitch is because he was raised in that environment, and so he's used to people going like, "Oh, hey, to mess up this person's life, I'm just gonna snitch on him."
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we did pretty good at discussion director. So, what's next?
Connector.
Anyone?
What is Connector supposed to do?
Just connect parts of the book to like
Movies,
like movies,
stories.
Other books, things that you've seen.
I could probably think of something. Give me a second.
Do you have anything to say, Chris?
Can I see that?
Yeah.
I said, hey.
We're doing our work.
Sadly, just water, and we're doing work. So,
I can kind of connect it to like Dayton. So I can kind of connect it to like one movie, for example. I mean, there's plenty of movies like this, but like Red Angels. I'm assuming no one here's seen that movie.
No, I haven't.
But basically, it's like a World War II pilot got shot down and was put in a camp with a bunch of other soldiers. Not many of them like spoke English, but like he didn't really trust anybody. Like, but as it went on, there was slowly like a member in the camp that he like slowly gained more trust with and became more friends. Which is I see how it kind of ended up. I mean, you can kind of relate it to this in a way.
Yep.
Just because of how he never really trusted anybody and then became friends with Parks. So.
I feel like Seth, I feel like their relationship's kind of a lot like the Hunger Games, like in the sense of like you're friends is like until you aren't really, and that's how like, they feel about each other. It's like they feel like they're allies, but they never really know if like someone's gonna turn on each other or if it's gonna go south.
You know I
from
will.
there. And you have something to say, Gian, about connections?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Anyone else have anything to say?
When I had my food, so no, I did this stuff.
Any other connections?
This
Or-
whole book is like the Hunger Games.
Yeah. I mean,
Yes. Kill or be killed.
Yeah.
Die or be
Utopia.
died.
It's child labor.
Yeah, child labor.
Child labor.
I guess you can connect it to like globalization and child labor if you really tried.
To Chris, it's just normal labor.
That is weird.
Sorry.
So racist.
This is all recorded too, by the way. Okay. No more connections? Anyone? No. What's
No, I was just.
you take it.
Why?
What's the next one?
Illustrator.
Illustrator? Okay, that's me. So,
Who you drew?
oh god. Hello. My connections here, you see. Or my illustrations. So,
focus.
I can't draw. But I did 3 drawings. My first one is Parks showing. I'm going to show it to everyone. Parks is like showing up like at North Korea because he came back to go vote. Here, you can look at it. But Parks is coming back to vote so that they don't think that he's gone rogue and they don't like believe him, and that's how they send him to Camp 14. Because yeah, he was in China and he tries to tell the guards or the border control. I don't know. Why are you smiling so much?
Not Mexico, it's not border.
Well, what is the North Korea border thing then?
Probably like security guards.
So he tries to tell security, I guess,
It's
that.
like barbed wire fencing.
Well,
It's
yeah,
in
well,
literal,
there's guards
it's a
there.
literal fencing, but it's also a wall of people.
Yeah, well, he tries to tell the guards that he was just visiting family in China, and then they don't believe him, and they send him into a camp. His wife files for a divorce, and the kid, they said they had a kid. They don't talk about the kid anymore. I don't know what happened to him. But why are you recording me? Look at my drawing.
I already recorded your drawing.
Okay, fine. Well, for my second one, I talked about Shin's change of thought. Like, he kind of goes from, during, like, these chapters, that's when he's like, I want to escape, and that's when he's like, I'm not going to snitch on this guy, and he kind of changes his mindset. That's important. Why are you nodding at me? Stop it.
My you.
Put the camera down.
No.
Yeah. And that was my second drawing. And the third one is about just the change of environment from when he goes from the farm and getting a ton of free food and just having a really easy life to the factory where he makes clothes. So, yeah.
Is he going to escape the North Korea?
He already has.
Yeah.
Or no, we haven't gotten that far. My bad.
Well,
We aren't at that period of time
technically,
yet.
the very first chapter of the book is like as he's crawling through the gates and going through the snow. I mean, you kind of know that he's going to escape.
Hey,
So-
you're
I mean, the book's called
predicting
Escape.
too much.
Spoiler
That's
alert,
chapter-
Escape.
Spoiler alert:
could've
escape
killed
from
him,
Camp
man.
14. He escapes Camp 14.
Whoa.
Whoa.
We know everything now.
Yep.
Okay.
What's next? I guess.
Annabelle.
Annabelle. Why'd you take my cup to get water? It's your job. Get back over here. So,
For quotations.
yeah, in the quotes. Let's hear it.
My quotes?
Yes.
This is Annabelle. I keep on forgetting to say her names.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah, hopefully.
Our voices, you know.
I hear voices in my head.
Here, I'll move this closer to you. There you go.
Annabelle,
What?
get some too.
Screw you. I started with
This
8.
is recorded.
Holy fuck.
Okay, I'm not using bad language.
Eat it.
Screw is an object.
Charlie Foxtrot.
Yeah,
Dude,
it
dude,
is.
just read your
Anyway,
Falcon.
I got one. I got one from each chapter we had to write,
Okay.
read, and Park's stories were much more
That is was.
valuable to Shin. They had become essential and energizing addiction, changing his expectations about the future and giving him the will to plan for it. He believed he would go mad without hearing more. So that's basically all about how, he meets Parks and it gives Shin hope
Yeah.
about the outside world.
leading up to his escape and things.
Yeah.
Okay. How many quotes did you say you had?
Huh?
How many quotes did you have?
3.
You have 3? Okay, I was just curious.
I'm still hungry.
Go get some more food.
They're so far away.
Anyway.
Are you? Never mind, just yeah. I was gonna ask if he was like even in this group anymore.
No, he's not. Peter's the one who kicked you out.
Cool.
Okay.
Go on.
Shin,
Annabelle?
for chapter 14, it was Shin has never, I can't even read this, I don't understand. It said Shin has never clothing from another prisoner.
He's never stolen clothing from another prisoner.
Yeah, never stolen clothing from another prisoner, but since he stopped snitching, he had become increasingly intolerant of prisoners who continued to inform on their neighbors.
Yeah.
He particularly disliked the cutter, who reported on everyone who stole food from the factory garden. Shin thought he deserved to be robbed.
More about the change of mind.
Yeah,
Okay.
just the fact that
And what?
he changed over time
Change of
for the
mind.
benefit of survival.
Yeah.
Kind of connects with globalization. How the change of his environment around him and how everybody treats him, it kind of changes on how he reacts to the situation.
In who he is, he changes.
So like he used to be a
It's like-
snitch and used to tell and used to not be abused, and now he's like, oh,
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
He's a caterpillar turning into a butterfly.
a really messed up
Says
butterfly.
Nate, then Annabelle.
Says Nate the Nate.
He
coming from
changes
Seth.
it to Narnia. And
Oh god. Okay, so last quote.
Beautiful Narnia.
Chapter 15 quote. What he remembers mostly clearly about crawling through the fence was that Park's body smelled like it was burning. This is important because the only reason Shin survived crossing the fence was because Park went first. Smelling Park's body stood out to him so much, maybe because he felt bad, but he had no choice but to continue forward with his escape.
When I read that, that was just like brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really gruesome.
I was like, damn.
Not even a big fan of this book.
Really?
Yeah.
I found it interesting. I mean,
Yeah.
Like it. It's
I
lovely.
guess it just puts a lot of detail into it, and then when it actually does have interesting detail,
It just takes so long to actually get
you
to
haven't
the good
actually
part.
been reading.
Actually, I have.
if you keep reading, why don't you do jobs? And
Flashy.
Um,
What's up,
like
him?
the main times that it does have detail is mainly when it's about his abused parts of his life.
well, yeah, because that's the stuff that's gonna be most clear and most vivid to him. Is because the bad parts of it are what's gonna stand out the most.
Yeah. I just wish you could remember the good times, like if there is any.
I feel like the best time that he had is when his brother was eating rice. Are you taking a picture of my phone?
No.
What are you doing?
Do something you
So, I feel like one of the best times he had is like when he went to go see his mom and his brother ate his rice. That's like as good as it's gotten for him.
No, watching his brother eat
Yeah.
rice.
He never
But he
got
was
to eat
furious.
the rice.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying it didn't get much better than that.
That's true.
Oh, I guess he did have the farm, which was a good time for him. He did go into detail about that.
Yeah, that's true.
Stop it.
I love rice.
Is there
I want some rice.
any others? Or
There's the literary terms expert, which is me.
sweet.
Nate.
Nice.
Here's the best and both the best. I only have 2. So basically my job is to write down at least 4 examples of figurative language, and then write a paragraph. But I wrote 2 sentences. I said for the first one, people in North Korea had rice if they were awarded or were a higher class.
Mhm.
So like, since rice was so rare in North Korea to have, they only rewarded it to people who did either really good or they gave it to the higher class, meaning like the king, the tall, and
The upper class.
upper class.
Yes, yeah.
Upper
There
class
you go.
of Yeah.
Stop getting high.
And my second one was people inside the camps can't talk about what it's like outside the fences. So this is kind of like a symbolism thing. Since like if they talk about it, it'll make others like imagine what it actually is like outside, and they'll start realizing how much more is outside the fence than just like snitching and telling on others. And it can also lead to people wanting to try to escape and tempt people to escape. And like, if it just continues on like this, then like people, the more people find out, the more the floods will be into China and South Korea.
Should we get back?
What time do we need to be back?
That is it.
It's almost.
Oh.
No, we
Oh
should
yeah, we
leave.
should probably get back.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I guess, does anyone
we
have
are
any
done.
like closing things to say?
Bye,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Marshmallow!
In case you didn't say
Cupcakes.
something, or you want to get your grade improved or something, or not. I guess not.
Marshmallow.